Good morning, everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining me for New Mercies Weekly Starters. These are short episodes that are aired every Sunday morning. The Lord has blessed us with another beautiful day, one that we've never seen before, and one that we most certainly will never see again. And you know what? That's enough to be grateful for today. So in Colossians chapter 4 verse 6, Paul encouraged the people to let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that he may know how he ought to answer every man. Now, we have to understand that the church in Colossae at the time was being severely attacked by false teachers. These teachers were teaching everything contrary to who the person of Jesus was, as well as they were mixing elements of Judaism with Christianity. So that's a quick history lesson there. So of course, Paul, having received word of this, wrote to them and addressed the matters. While straightening out all the doctrinal issues, Paul also encouraged the Christians, the believers that were among them. In chapter 4 verse 5, he said, "Be wise toward unbelievers and make the most of every opportunity." This is in regards to how they represented the truth. And then in verse 6, Paul said that a believer's words are to be gracious, offering assistance like the seasoning of salt, with the goal of helping others. The King James Version says, "seasoned with salt, that he may know how he ought to answer every man." This letter by Paul is a timeless truth, and I want you to take note that he did not say the believers, as to say he was speaking specifically to those in Colossae, but he said a believer, stating one of the many characteristics that a believer should possess. We must also note that this act of graciousness that Paul is talking about by any believer should not only be extended to those we like. It should not only be extended to those in authority, nor only to those who are also believers, but our words in general to everybody should be courteous, meaning it should be respectful or considerate in manner, as well as they should be kind and pleasant. He also said that they should offer assistance like the seasoning of salt. It's no coincidence that Paul used the word salt here, seeing that Jesus referred to us as the salt of the earth back in Matthew chapter 5. The thing about salt is that it not only adds taste to the food, but it also acts as a preservative, which tells me that our words have the power to preserve or to maintain not only the true gospel in the land, but to preserve the lives of others. In Proverbs 15 verse 4, the author wrote that a wholesome tongue, a good word, is a tree of life. Many good things can be born out of a good word. Have you ever gotten a word of encouragement that just lifts your spirit? Yes, that's the power of a good word. Again, in chapter 18 verse 21 of the book of Proverbs, the author wrote that death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So as I read through the text this morning, I started asking myself these questions. How have we been utilizing our tongues? How have we been using our words? Are they preserving, which is maintaining or positively affecting the lives of those we interact with on a daily basis? Or are they causing grief to others? Are they building up relationships, or are they pulling them down? As believers in Christ, a part of our job description as the salt of the earth is to speak life into the earth, to season it with the word of truth, and to be gracious to every man. God bless you. Continue to keep safe.